Can I be honest with you for a second? There's a version of your life that you planned, maybe in detail, maybe just in your heart, and it didn't happen. The marriage that was supposed to last, the business that was supposed to take off, the family that was supposed to stay close, the timeline that was supposed to make sense by now. And instead of talking about it, you just keep going. You white knuckle your way into the next season and wonder why you feel so heavy. If that's you, please stay with me because today in our life restoration series, we're going to do something that most people skip. We're going to grieve, not wallow, not stay stuck, but grieve because you cannot build a life that you haven't released. When you hear the word grief, we think of death. We think caskets and condolence cards. But grief is so much bigger than that. You can grieve a divorce that technically set you free. You can grieve a friendship that slowly faded. You can grieve the version of motherhood that you imagined versus the one that you're living. You can grieve the career that you sacrificed for your family or the family time that you sacrificed for your career. Grief is an emotional response to any significant loss, including the loss of a plan. And here's what nobody tells you. Unprocessed grief doesn't go away. It just disguises itself. It shows up as anxiety, as numbness, as low-grade anger that you can't explain. It's the inability to get excited about anything new because the last time you got excited, it fell apart. I know this because I lived it. When I went from being the oil girl with the community, the momentum, the plan, all just to be silenced online and then watching everything that I built slowly disappear. I didn't just lose a business. I lost an identity. I lost the future that I had mapped out. And for a long time, I skipped the grief part. I went straight to the figure it out mode. And you know what happened? I burned out because I was building on top of unprocessed pain. Now, you've probably heard of the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And those are real. But when you're grieving a life that didn't happen, it looks a little different. Let me give you 4 signs that you're in unprocessed grief right now, and you might not even know it. Number 1, you compare constantly. You look at other women, her marriage, her business, her body, her life, and you don't feel inspired. You feel a sting. That's not jealousy, sis. That's grief wearing a mask. You're not mad at her. You're mourning the version of your life that was supposed to look like that. Number 2, you can't dream about the future. Somebody asks, "What's your 5-year plan?" And your brain goes blank. Not because you're not smart, because your nervous system decided that dreaming is dangerous. The last dream, it hurt too much. Number 3, you minimize your own pain. You say things like, "I mean, other people have it worse," or "I should just be grateful." And yes, gratitude is so powerful, but gratitude and grief are not opposites. They can be together. You can be thankful for what you have and sad about what you lost. God can hold both, and so can you. Number 4, you stay busy to stay numb. You're always producing, always moving, always serving, not because you're thriving, but because if you sit still, you'll feel it. And feeling it is terrifying. If you saw yourself in any of those 4, take a deep breath. You're not broken. You're human. And you're about to take a really brave step. Okay, so here's the part that most people skip. Most content will tell you just let it go, but nobody quite tells you how. So here are 5 practical, faith-filled steps to grieve the life that you thought you'd have so you can actually start building the one that God has for you. Number 1, step 1, name it out loud. Get specific. I'm not just saying, I'm going through a hard time. Say, I'm grieving the marriage I thought I'd have by now. Or I'm grieving the relationship with my mom that I'll never get. Or I'm grieving the business I poured 5 years into. When you name it, you take away its power to hide. Psalm 62:8 says, pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge. He's not afraid of your specifics. Step 2, give yourself a grief window. This is practical. Set aside 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, schedule it where you can allow yourself to feel it fully. Journal, cry, pray those ugly prayers. And when the timer goes off, you close the journal and re enter your day. This is not wallowing, this is processing with boundaries. I've actually created something that will help you with this. It's called the Life Restoration Grief and Release Journal. It's a complimentary downloadable guide that you can get with journal prompts, scriptures, and a framework for processing grief without getting stuck in it. I'll put it in the link in the description below in the comments so you can grab that. Okay, step 3, separate your identity from your plan. This is the hardest one. When the plan fails, we think we failed. But you are not your marriage. You are not your business. You are not your timeline. You are a daughter of the Most High God, and your identity was settled long before you had a plan. Say this with me. Say it out loud if you can. The plan changed. I did not lose my worth. Step 4, release the person you were going to be. This sounds strange, but hear me. You have to let go of the her that existed in that plan. The wife she was going to be, the CEO she was going to be, the mom in the Pinterest perfect house. That version of you served a season. Thank her and let her go. Because the woman God is building now, she's been through fire and she is formidable. Step 5, ask God what's next, not what's lost. Jeremiah 29:11 is thrown around a lot, but read the verse before it, verse 10. God says, after 70 years are completed, I will come back to you and fulfill my good promise to bring you back. There is a waiting season, an exile season, and God was in it the whole time. So stop asking, why did this happen? And start asking, what are you building in me through this? Remember, I made the Life Restoration Grief and Release Journal specifically for this moment. It's absolutely complimentary for you. It walks you through naming your grief, processing it with scripture, and creating space for what's next. I urge you to download it. It's in the link in the description and pinned in the comments. I want to leave you with this. Grieving the life you thought you'd have is not weakness. It's not a lack of faith. It is one of the bravest, most spiritually mature things that you can do, because it means you're telling God, I trust you enough to let go of my version so I can receive yours. You are in a life restoration season, and restoration doesn't start with strategy. It starts with surrender. If this hit home for you today, would you drop the word restore in the comments? I want to pray for you. And if you know a woman who needs to hear this, maybe she's going through a divorce or a career collapse or just feels lost, would you send her this video? This might be the lifeline that she didn't even know she was waiting for. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I'll see you in the next one.